These are my favorite princess romance anime. Hey guys, it's me Jamon. So it seems like you guys love your princess romance anime, and luckily, so do I. So, if you've been enjoying this clip from my channel and you love princess romance anime in general and looking for more anime like this, then this is the right video for you. Because here, I have 8 princess romance anime that I really love, and if you love romance anime like me, great chance you might also love this anime. So here we go, my 8 romance anime recommendations. Bear in mind, this list is not ordered based on how good they are, so with that out of the way, let's get started.
辞書を返却するだけの予定か。
On the first one, since this clip got so popular on my channel, let's start with that. So this is Bibliophile Princess. So this is a story about Raeliana, a noblewoman and a bookworm who would rather spend her days buried in books than caught up in the royal politics. One day, she agrees to a marriage of convenience proposed by the crown prince Christopher. For Christopher, it's a way to avoid the annoying palace politics and rival suitors. And for Raeliana, she gets unlimited access to the royal archive. So after 4 years of this setup, everything seems stable and fine, until one day, Prince Christopher announced that this fake marriage is actually real, that Christopher wants Raeliana to become his queen. So it's a cute subtle romance where Raeliana and Christopher's relationship blooms slowly through mutual respect and understanding, and I really love it. So I really vibe with Raeliana, with how chill she is as a princess and how she always stays true to herself even when she's in trouble. Like, you know, from the clip where she just and stand there when this drama unfolds before her. It's so funny. And beside that, I also love Christopher. He's like the most gentle prince I have ever known. And you can feel how much he loves Raeliana with how he talks to her. Like, seriously, every time he smiles toward Raeliana, his smile is so radiant that I feel blinded by his smile. And even sometimes I go cue, you know? But for the story itself, the pacing can be a little bit slow. But if you vibe with Raeliana and love princess drama with slow burning romance, you definitely need to try watching this one.
メスをください。急いでください。はい。手術を始めます。
Second on the list is Dr. Elise, the royal lady with the lamb. So this is based on Korean manhwa about Alice the Clarence, who was once a proud noblewoman whose mistakes led to her kingdom downfall and was executed after a rebellion. Then she is reborn on Earth and become a brilliant surgeon to atone for her past life sins, only to die in a plane crash and wake up again in her original body as a past Elise, before everything went wrong. So this time, with all of her modern medical expertise and change of heart, she's determined to live differently, saving life, helping the powerless, and rewriting her fate. So Dr. Elise's story is a mix of redemption, medical drama, royalty life with romance that I don't think I ever seen in my anime before. And that is interesting enough for me. So it's not the most beautiful anime visual-wise and not the most realistic one story-wise, but it does scratch that itch within me, you know? So I think Elise is a great character. Seeing her from a failure as a noblewoman to become a compassionate doctor who wants to save everybody, it's hard not to admire her. As for the Crown Prince Lindan, he's not exactly the easiest guy to please, like the polar opposite from Prince Christopher in Bibliophile Princess, but the guy has his own charm. And watching him getting softer as he falls in love with Elise, again, it does scratch that itch within me, you know? So yeah, the pacing can be very slow, like there is a lot of episodes where the prince is not even there, and if you can't stand that, I would just recommend you to read the manhwa instead, because it's way faster. So yeah, if you like medical drama with fantasy spice on top of it, you should try to try Elise.
少しは母親を見習うとよいわ。
Next is Nina the Starry Bride. Nina the Starry Bride is a story about an orphan trying to survive in the kingdom of Fortuna, until one day, Prince Azure noticed Nina's unusually bright blue eyes, which are identical to those of the late Princess Alicia, who was meant to marry a rival kingdom's heir. Azure convinced Nina to pretend to be that missing princess, a clever ruse to protect his kingdom from a forced political marriage. So what begins as a practical deception soon turns into something much more heartfelt. So yeah, basically this is an anime about a girl pretending to be a princess just to keep everything in order. And I think that's a pretty unique take on royalty drama, because Nina here being a fake princess gives me a unique perspective with its different sets of problems that I've never seen in any princess anime before. So you might think like a life of princess is much better life than an orphan, which is yes in hindsight, but the anime shows that it's not always the case. Like one of my favorite things about this anime that I love how Nina often simplified the drama that happened around the palace, because most often than not, it really is a simple problem. And that simplicity able to warm Prince Azure, who is very reserved and calculative, to become more gentle. So yeah, it's a really nice dynamic between the two of them, and I can easily recommend this to you guys if you want a fresh perspective on a princess anime stories. Next, we got Snow White with a red hair. Shirayuki is a herbalist with a striking red hair, living in a small kingdom. Her vibrant hair makes her a target of royal jealousy, so when a jealous prince from her home tries to make her his concubine, she boldly escapes to the neighboring kingdom of Clariness. There, she meets Prince Zen, a kind-hearted royal who admires her courage and intelligence. This chance meeting changed the life of Shirayuki, as now she becomes Zen's palace herbalist, and together they start learning about each other's life and support each other as they walk their own paths. Ooh, Shirayuki Hime is a classic. It's a wonderful story with a lot of wonderful characters that I just can't help but love everything about it. It's a really good show that makes me jealous by how perfect Zen and Shirayuki are made for each other. So, the whole story of this anime is about Zen's journey to become a prince worthy of his title. And with Shirayuki as the palace herbalist, she supports Zen's endeavor to reach his goal. So, the best thing about this anime is how warm this anime is. Every character is like your best friend. There is no over-the-top drama, just two people growing closer through trust and kindness. And I can't stress you guys enough how beautiful this anime is. Like, if you're looking for a cozy fantasy with a gentle love story, this is literally one of the best out there. So if you like what you're hearing, please try watch this one. I really recommend it.
どうしたんですか？その首の跡ですよ。
ああ、虫に刺されたみたいです。
虫に刺された？
はい、ルーファスにベッドに押し倒された時に。
ベッドに押し倒された？
Next one, my next life as a Villainess. All routes lead to doom. So after bumping her head, Katarina Clyde suddenly remembered her past life and realized she's inside her favorite romance game as the snobby rival characters who always ends up banished or dead. Determined to dodge every bad ending waiting for her, she threw herself into hilarious antics, making allies out of rivals, studying magic like crazy, and accidentally charming everyone around her. Her clueless optimism and a big heart make each misstep a pure comedy gold. So, My Life as a Villainess is one of the earliest and most influential anime to popularize the villainous isekai trope, and that's for a good reason. Because I think, from all of the characters in this anime list, Katarina might be the most relatable one. Like, her confusion, her naivety, and the solution she comes up with is something that we might probably come up with too if we somehow got transported as a villainess in some random isekai. So, what I love about My Life as a Villainess that Katarina is such a lovely character. Even though she's not even trying to make herself lovely. Like, she just do whatever she feels like she needs to do, and that unpredictability somehow will pull you in to like her. And I think that's one of the charm of this anime, and that's why I keep watching this series until the end. And I'm definitely not disappointed by this series. So if you're into light-hearted comedy with a big cast, lovable main characters, this is definitely a must-watch.
いけませんよ姫あの男のもとへ行こうなどとあなたは私と共に城へ行くのだ
Next, Yona of the Dawn. Yona of the Dawn begins like a fairy tale about Princess Yona who lived a sheltered life, doted on by her father and the king surrounded by her friends. That all changed one night when her beloved cousin Suwon betrays her kingdom, killing Yona's father, the king, in front of her and seizing the throne. Yona is forced to flee with only her loyal bodyguard, Hawk, by her side, leaving behind everything she's ever known. Together, Yona and Hawk embark on a quest to find the 4 legendary dragon warrior to help her reclaim her kingdom. This is a story of how a sheltered Princess Yona became a fierce and compassionate leader to fight for her people. So, Yona of the Dawn is not your typical princess romance anime, and definitely the different one on this list, because Yona is about the adventure, the rite of passage of a sheltered knife princess who is stripped from everything she has and has to learn how to survive in this world. And one of the best parts from this series is watching Yona's character development as she travels around the world to gather the legendary dragon warrior. Every problem that she faces as she travels and the bonds that she built over time turns her into a princess worthy of her title. And not to mention, I love the tidbit romance they throw every now and then that are able to squeeze my girly heart, and I just love that. So for those of you who love a good adventure and a great character development, and just the right amount of romance, Yona of the Dawn is a must watch.
Elise イルムガルド・ベルツナー
はい、わかりました。
え
失礼いたします。
はおいリーシェどこへ行く
やっぱり戻ってきたわね。だってやり直しの人生もこれで
Next is 7 Time Loop. The Villainess enjoys a carefree life married to her worst enemy. Riche is a princess who finds herself with a strange ability to go back in time every time she dies. So after living 6 completely different lives, one as a knight, another as a merchant, even a healer, she always ends up dead at the hands of the same man, Crown Prince Arnold. Now, on her 7th loop, she makes a bold move and proposes to the prince herself, but on her own terms. So in this 7th life, as Arnold's wife, she's determined to rewrite her fate and break through her death loop using everything she's learned from her past life to stop Arnold from ending her life. So yeah, this is a very unique and interesting story about time loop that I always have interest on, and thankfully, the 7 time loop anime able to use this time loop concept simply enough with the right amount of impact. So you guys might notice a pattern on this list that I love strong female protagonists, and Riche here, she's a really beautiful character and probably too powerful for her own good with all the accumulated knowledge that she has. Like, she's clever, she's strong, she's smart. Yeah, I just really love her. And besides that, the relationship with her and Prince Arnold is pretty cute. Like, I love how they started off pretty tense, as you know, like he's literally the one who killed Riche over and over again in her previous life. But as they started to slowly open up to each other, revealing their secrets one at a time, their relationship becomes sweeter and cuter. And I just really love the development. So yeah, I love watching a seemingly cold-blooded man become more gentle as he falls in love. It just scratched that itch for me, you know? So yeah, I think this one is pretty underrated, and if you love everything I just told you about this anime, you might not want to miss this one.
レリアナ、冬が訪れているとも知らず、外で遊んで風邪をひいたって。
誰がそんなこと言ったんですか？ちょっと待って。
変な心配はするな。今吐くなよ。
Next is why Raeliana end up at Duke's mansions. A normal college girl is suddenly reincarnated into the world of a romance novel, but not as the heroine. Instead, she becomes Raeliana, a side character whose only purpose in the story is to die early to kick off the plot. And knowing exactly what's coming for her, Raeliana refused to be another disposable name into someone else's story. So to survive, she hatched a bold plan: make a fake engagement deal with the cold and the powerful Duke Noah Windnike, hoping that his status can shield her from her doomed fate. So, out of all the anime in this list, why Raeliana end up at Duke's mansion is honestly my most favorite one. Like, it checks out all the boxes for everything I love about princess romance stories, and I personally think that both Raeliana and Noah has the best design out of all of them. Like, their looks, their voices, their personality. I just really vibes with both of them. And I also really love watching both of them as a couple. Like, for example, if Zen and Shirayuki's relationship is like the purest noble one, respecting each other, mutual understanding, then Noah and Raeliana's are like high schoolers in noble clothing who doesn't want to admit their feelings. So they act like they don't care, but they secretly care for each other kind of things, and that's hella cute to me. So yeah, I just really love their chemistry. And on top of that, I also really enjoy the story, like how they made Raeliana is like in constant fear of dying, because yeah, sure, she knows the future because she wrote the novel, but once she made a deal with Noah and changed her fate, the future that she knows is not exactly one-to-one anymore. So there is like always uncertainty that anything could kill her at any moment. And that tension really makes me curious. So I end up finishing the whole manhwa after I finish the anime, and the manhwa is also really good. So yeah, bottom line, I really love why Raeliana end up at Duke's mansion, and of course, this is must watch if you love princess romance stories. Heck, even if you just love romance anime, I would still recommend this to you guys. So there you go, that's all 8 of my favorite princess romance anime. I think each one of them has their own charms, and if you love hearing about the anime based on what I just said, I really recommend you guys to check it out yourself and check if you vibe with it. I think that's it for the video. I really enjoy the princess romance anime kind of thing, and I think there's also a good one upcoming. I think the title is My Eye Asks for One Final Thing, and yeah, I seen the trailer, it looks pretty decent, so I'm definitely going to check that one out. So yeah, let me know what do you guys think about the anime on this list. If you have any recommendation, any requests, please let me know in the comment section down below. Besides that, as usual, please like the video, it helps me a lot and also helps YouTube to promote my video to even more people, and subscribe to my channel for more video content. Oh, anyway, I have Discord channel, so if you want to talk about anime, games, or whatever you're into, hang out and join the Discord. So yeah, I guess that's it. I'll see you guys again next time. Bye!